Hey there, Ron Cooks with Infinite Client. Just wanted to share one thing with you. I work with a brokerage that interviews agents weekly that is interested in joining this firm. And one of the questions that I always get is, do you provide leads? In other words, do you do the work for me? Is what is being asked. As it stands now, the bulk of our business is finding people that are interested in real estate or have a desire for real estate, whether to buy or sell, and convince them that we are the ones that can do the job for them. That is the job. Everything else that's done in this can be hired out. I can hire someone to do that, but I can't hire me to get this stuff in. Now, of course, when you get big enough, you can hire ISAs, inside sales agents, and people to call and dial and do all of the things that you want. But for a new agent, you don't have that. You don't have the capability to do that. And you haven't yet established a reputation where you will send someone out on your behalf based on your reputation to get the business done. You haven't started yet. What you're asking me to do is to give you that. So what I started doing was, no, I don't, but what would you do when you got a lead anyway? Well, I would call them up. So I have a list of people that are in my database that have been in my database for a while. I hadn't connected with them in a while, so I give them a list of 3 or 4 names. I said, here, take it. These are leads. Call them. Well, you want me to call now? What do I say? Well, you asked me if I provided leads. Do you want me to also call them on your behalf and convert them on your behalf? Give you the business on your behalf as well? Is that what you're asking me to do? Or are you interested in trying to get your own business and trying to get it so you can get the majority of that commission that comes by way of having these leads? Well, they're not ready for that. And they hear this question because they believe that these leads is the magical rod, if you will, that would get them success in this business. That is not it. The work is getting the lead. The work is developing your own leads. The work is establishing yourself as a lead magnet yourself. Now, there was a time when I was buying my own leads. I no longer do that. I'm a relationship-based counselor. So I really push to build your relationships that you have, people that already know, like, and trust you, and you do the same for them. So that's my business model now. But when I was buying leads, especially when I was buying leads for the team that I was working with, my frustration was I provided leads, but nobody wanted to work the leads because they had to smile and dial, because they had to get the phone hung up on them 99 times out of the 100 that they're calling. So after the second or third day, they're done. They're checked out. Got all of the leads, but no one there to actually work it, because that way of doing business works, but you have to work it. I have a friend of mine who's a local broker. He was smiling and dialing anywhere from 500 to 600 calls a day. A day. He had a robo dialer, and as soon as one will hang up, smile and dial again, and he scripted out. That is an anomaly. That is a rarity. That person happens 1 in a million that's able to maintain that level of tenacity. Even me, and I will tell you, I did a lot of the smiling and dialing because I wanted to make this business successful, but not at the level that he was doing. And of course, he benefited from it because I think his first year, he made close to $1 million in his first year. But that's 600 calls a day. And his output was a lot because he had to buy into these lists in order to generate that much volume for him to make those calls. And quite frankly, he also had to work them too. So not only was he smiling and dialing and getting the business, but he had to spend time to service the clients that he fought to get. So with his 80 hours a week, with his 600 calls a day, he established a successful business. His frustration now is that he has elevated to be a broker in his firm. He doesn't have anybody with the same level of tenacity that he has. So leads are coming in, but no one is dialing those folks to get the business in. So stop asking for leads. Why don't you start generating your own stuff? Why don't you start getting warmer, hot leads by way of referrals? That way it makes the job easier and you develop your own level of work and your own level of time. So please think about that before going to a broker and ask, do you provide leads? No, it's a lot more than that. And for those brokers that really do provide leads and take it home, your cut is deeply, deeply severed as far as how much split you're going to get. I will tell you, if I am calling them up, if I'm getting them into the office, if I'm getting the buyer's rep signed, if I've already done my initial buyer's consultation with them and we got a list of homes they're going to do and you then take it over, you are not the representative for that agent. You are simply a showing agent for me. I represent that client and you're assisting me by opening a few doors. That, my friends, is a 20-25% split to you. I keep 75, you make 20 or 25%, if that. Because if he finds a house on day one, I'm not going to spend that kind of money on you to do that. But there are a lot of people that are willing to accept that and move on because they realize where the work really lies. So I want you to do the same thing and understand that moving forward. So the next time you come to me and you ask me, not only will we accept you into our firm, but do you provide leads? I'm going to throw a list in your face and ask you to start smiling and dialing then to see if you got what it takes to really take on leads that's given to you. All right, well, that's all I got right now. I am Ron Cooks. I'm with Infinite Client. Hit that like, subscribe, everything that we have on the channels. Please do that for me so that your life can be a lot easier with respect to you being in real estate or any really commission-based business. I'll talk to you later. Bye.